Okay, this video is gonna be quick, but it's dealing with the last time I should be talking about this, dealing with the Nipsey Hussle stuff. I got people that just don't want to believe. It's people I know that just don't want to believe that this stuff is like scripted, or should I say it's a game. Even if death isn't scripted, well, death can be premeditated when it comes to a sacrifice. I already talked about that. But when it comes to after that, what comes after that is the Hollywood. Because now you got people that are supporting the killer, and you wonder how the killer can afford a lawyer like Mr. Darden. I mean, I know people that had murder cases and they couldn't afford lawyers, and they was from they did street stuff and they couldn't afford lawyers. So how this guy afford this expensive lawyer? This expensive lawyer, unless it's more to it than what you say. They could take on what he want to defend a guy that did this to another guy for. What is he gonna get out of it? Who is funding him? What's funding him? What is it? It's unfolding right before your eyes. The entertainment show that people choose to believe in. And when people say, if it's a light side, it's a dark side. If it's a good, it's a bad. But you just don't know how bad is. You just don't know how crazy bad could get. It could be a crazy that you saying, well, why would they do that? Because they retarded. They crazy, man. You living in it's crazy things that's going on, and it's played out ritualistically, and then people just ignore the ritual and go right. People ignore the ritual and go right into other forms of thinking, which are simplistic. Like, it was just gang. Of course it had to be played out as a gang, because Nipsey was in a gang. If Nipsey wasn't never in a gang, then it wouldn't be played out as a gang. It'd be played out as it was just a sacrifice and the government did it. Because if he had nothing to do with a gang, and then he was talking about Dr. Sebi, it would have been, it's government. Because they know this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna say it's government, or you're gonna say it's gang. They know that your mind ain't gonna go where it's something else, because the something else is what it is, and the something else is the darkness, or should I say the unseen, the hidden hand. When you dealing with a Masonic order or any type of elite type thing, or any type of Masonic order, the hidden hand is the powerful hand, the one that you don't see. And they'll put people in your face. He did this, the man shook his hand, this and all of that. They put stuff in your face and it really still don't add up. But you don't want to say, man, you know, it's because that, what you can't figure is what it is. And a lot of times people just go with that, they don't go with what they can't figure, because they can't understand it. They don't want to understand it. So then they say, why would they do that? They didn't do that. Or they ain't gonna do that. See, they put this over there. Yeah, they could do that. They could. It's like this. If somebody get killed and there was a gang member and another gang member killed him, but something more was behind it, the people that go back and retaliate on that man's family don't know that. They just retaliating off of what they see and hear. If that's the case, they don't know that. But you gotta understand, it's because most people don't want to know. They want to put their mind on, I got to get this money. I got to sell you something. I got to do all this, because they never, but they say they conscious, because they never, the thing about a conscious person is they try to be textbook all the time, which means if it wasn't on no video, and if it ain't in no textbook, then obviously it ain't what you saying. But it's a lot of video and a lot of untextbook common sense that shows you, a lot of Masonic order stuff that shows you that this is how they operate, with a hidden hand and a ritual, which means you'll never figure it out. You won't get close to figuring it out, even though I could, but most people won't get close to figuring it out, because they dealing with scholastic, textbook, simple, what they put in your face. So you say you conscious, and then everything that the media put in your face, you saying, see, this is what it is. This is what it is. So when you dealing with, let's say the black race, let's get to the black race. When you dealing with the black race and they was putting it all in the media back in the 30s and the 40s, saying that black people wasn't nothing but monkeys and jigaboos and all of that, and they was not. but they were putting it all in the media that this is what they was. And then everybody that was watching the media, because the media is internet, what you call Instagram and all that shit. That's media. That's media shit now. So when people get on the media and they say this is what happened, you gonna say, well, they said this because they put that guy on the media. You gotta understand that when you dealing with the hidden hand and Masonic orders, all they deal with is how the people gonna respond to something. Because what your response is exactly how they gonna do you. But if you look at that shit and be like, it's bullshit, like, don't even give no, yeah, people die every day. It ain't being cold, it's being what it is. Because when you do that, you're not giving it no attention. And then that with no attention, you don't give it power. Because power comes from energy, and energy comes from attention. And if you giving that energy to something, then you basically giving it power. So now it can just go, okay, this, okay, that, okay, this, okay, that. After one thing happened, a million things come out of it. That is how they work. That's how chaos becomes, because to get order out of chaos is how they operate. It's how most of the secret societies operate. So when you looking at something and the person go out and they say, well, the media said this. Well, the media said a lot of stuff about black people that wasn't true. The media said a lot of stuff about Hispanic wasn't true. You watch Hispanic stuff and you see them and say, hey, essay, and all this and all that. And so the average person that don't know Mexicans is going to say, well, they this, they that. Because they seeing it on media TV. That's what they seeing it. But personally, it might not even be like that. Because the media is controlled by all powers that be. All forms of media. So you can sit there and go, it could be some truth out there that makes sense, but you won't go with that. You know why? Because the consensus of the popular vote of the media said that. When all you got to do is look at it, man, that shit don't make no sense. Since it don't, then you can't say that you conscious in one thing and say, well, the Bible don't make no sense. Then you looking at the media and you know that shit ain't making sense. They can easily do the same thing they did with that Bible, because the Bible is media. It's media, it's journalism, it's a paper. They can do the same thing with that as well. So when you looking at that, you going, man, look, the media said this. Yeah, the Bible said this to a Christian. You know what I mean? Do your own extensive understanding of what ritualistic is and how they play these games. How these Masonic halls play games and send symbols to each other in front of your face while you thinking it's another thing. And then you got a Jay-Z donating $15 million to the Nipsey family, when there's so many other families out here that's getting taken away through senseless violence. And then he come from the hood. He come from Marcy. You come from the projects. That giving that to Nipsey, what that mean? The man ain't broke. He wasn't broke like that. And anyway, why would you not give back to your hood and give $15 million to the hood and the kids that your hood that you come from that got killed and shot? And I know somewhere in LA, but somewhere in Marcy Projects where you come from, Jay-Z, from the Marcy Projects. But see, it's all ploy in media. Did he really give $15 million? Did you see him cut the check? So the whole thing is, it's all part of, let's get the attention of the people and entertain them. It's always entertainment through somebody's sacrifice. And that's what it is. And it's mocking the person, really. It's really mocking that person. It's not really paying no homage to him. And then you got other people like Master P's son coming out with songs giving tribute to Nipsey Hussle so he can get money off it. Because what is he doing? Why you wasn't up in the dude when he was here, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. You can see all these people trying to capitalize. People say, why would they do that? Because it's wicked people in the world, man. It's wicked people. You gonna say it's bad and good, and then when the bad show itself, you don't want to believe that. When the bad show itself, they be like, look, we gonna do it on this day. We gonna show it to you because y'all dumb. You ain't gonna do nothing. We gonna do it on you. Gonna do exactly what you think. Ain't nobody gonna do. Yeah, they gonna do that. Because you the whole point of the matter is they know what you gonna do. You gonna do that, and then we gonna keep doing it because you gonna believe the other thing because you don't want to believe we doing this to you. But then you say you conscious, then you know. You know what I mean? You gotta be, to be conscious is not to believe the bullshit. You gotta not to believe it. You gotta not to believe the bullshit. You don't believe the Bible, you don't believe all this conscious stuff, but then yet you wanna say The media said this, and the same media is connected to the same people that's connected to the same people that's connected to the same church pope, and all these people that write the books in Masonic halls, they all connected. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is when you start looking at a dude that ain't got no money, funded by somebody that got money, funded by a lawyer that you need money to have to get a retainer alone gonna cost them $10,000 at the cheapest. So it's like, come on, man, you gotta see where it's coming from. It's basically the hidden hand, and this is what the whole thing about Amun-Ra and all of that. It's the unseen priesthood. It's the unseen. And then it moves all the way up to the Masonic, and they break out in all these halls, and then they go and do the same rules on these people. And you got black people that take part in it. Look at Trayvon Martin's father. Now, we can go to Trayvon Martin's father was elevated to the 33rd degree Mason on the day of Trayvon's verdict. He wasn't even there in court because he had something to do. It's just plain and simple. He was relegated up through the murder. 33rd degree, man. 33rd degree. 33 again. 33rd degree Mason. Like I said, Nipsey was 33 when he died. Now, we ain't no coincidences. You could go ahead and say it, but then they could do it in your face. And what you gonna say? Man, they ain't do no stuff like that. Exactly. So when the people say Jesus is coming, and you say, man, ain't no Jesus coming, you sound just like them that saying Jesus coming. You believe in that shit? That's why I say, man, listen, the only thing that happened was that dude died, man. Peace.